Good morning. It's Wednesday in Simpsonville, South Carolina, and tomorrow we'll be heading back up to the mountain. It's been as high as 88 to 89 degrees here in Simpsonville, and we're going to go up to the mountain and get away from the heat. We hope to spend a good part of our summer up there and just occasionally travel down here. But hope that you're having a good day. What are you going to do today? Where are you going? Who are you going to see? What are you going to do? That's a question that's probably a varied answers for all of you. Some of you are going to go to work. Some of you are already at work. Some of you are going to go shopping. Some of you are going to go out and run some errands. But everybody's going to be doing something, even if it's just staying at home and taking care of the things that have to be done at the house. A number of years ago, I remember studying about the parable of the sower. And I guess I've preached that message about the sower 6 or 7 different ways with 6 or 7 different emphasis. But it always came back to the same basic truths. And that is the sower went out to sow seed. That was his objective. Let me say that again. It was the sower's objective to sow seed. And as he went out to sow seed, some of the seed fell on the hard, packed ground rather than in the field that was ready for seed. Some of it found its way to rocky ground. Some of it found its way to weed-infested ground. And some of it fell on good, fertile soil. In each case, the seed tried to germinate. That is, it tried to grow. It didn't stand much of a chance on the hard ground, did it? And it says the birds came along and ate the seed. In the rocky ground, it tried, but it just hit those rocks and couldn't get any depth of root. In the weed-infested soil, it was choked out by all of the weeds all around it. And although it got started a little bit, it didn't grow. On the good soil, it grew. Not only did it grow, but it multiplied. It produced plants with more seed. It's really interesting because the objective was to sow seed. It wasn't to be a soil expert. Now, in this story, I believe that anybody that sows seed would rather that all of the seed fell on fertile ground and that a good crop came in. But you see, there's some dissimilarities to life in the fact that we're not to be soil experts. When we go out to sow the gospel, it's not our responsibility to prepare the soil. That's God's responsibility. We're just supposed to remember the objective is to sow seed. Because God can come and break up hard ground. God can come and weed out the rocks. And God can come along and take out the weeds. And God can come along and make the fertile soil even better. You see, our responsibility is the objective, to sow seed. Now, there's another major difference. As I thought about our property in North Carolina, there's a couple of small areas where I want grass. And I have been eyeing what they call Canadian grass. It's very expensive, but they say it will grow in any kind of weather, whether it's cold, whether it's hot, whether it's moist, or whether it's dry. They say this Canadian seed will grow in most adverse conditions. But it's very pricey, and so I'm a little reluctant to spend the money to buy seed, not knowing whether it'll come up. But in the case of sowing the seed of God, the Word of God, there's no shortage of seed, and it's free. Let me say that again. There's no shortage of seed, and it's free. You see, we're called to be sowers. And the seed is free, and there's an endless supply. So here's your thought for the day. From Luke chapter 8, verses 4 through 21, you find the parable of the sower. Read it today. And realize your responsibility is not the soils. Your responsibility and your objective is to sow seed. So let me say to you what a very wise pastor said to me 30 years ago. Go around life with a leaky seed basket. Go around life with a leaky seed basket. No matter where you go today, no matter what you do today, even if it's just stay at home, make sure that you have a leaky seed basket. Make sure everywhere you go, you're sowing seed, and leave the results of the growing to God. Let him decide whether he wants to prepare the soil where the seed falls. For you see, there's no shortage of seed, and it's free. So that's your thought for the day. Go around today with a leaky seed basket. God bless you and have a great day.